It's the fall of 2024 and it's flu season. A lot of you will be getting flu shots. Now, it's normal to have soreness of the area of the flu shot, but it's not normal to have really bad pain as a result. If you have really long progressing pain because of this, first of all, it's got to start within 48 hours. And if it lasts for 6 months or longer, you may have a condition called SIRVA, shoulder injury related to vaccine administration. How does SIRVA happen? Well, clearly, I'm not a doctor, and nobody at my law firm is a doctor. But we represent a lot of people that have SIRVA injuries. And what are they telling us? Well, they're telling us that sometimes, or some of these people have getting shots in their shoulder too high, and it gets into the shoulder joint, which is the wrong place. And therefore, they have symptoms of what they call SIRVA, shoulder injury related to vaccine administration. And we see a lot of these SIRVA cases, and a lot of them arise during flu season. Some of these folks have what they call a SIRVA injury, which, again, here's the telltale signs. Within 48 hours, you have a marked pain in your shoulder where the shot was given to you. And it persists. It doesn't stop like a normal shot that you've had throughout your life as a child or throughout life. And it persists and persists, and it lasts 6 months or more. That's the classic definition of a SIRVA injury. What are the symptoms in a SIRVA case? You have pain in your shoulder within 48 hours of the shot. You have lack of range of motion or limited range of motion. And you have lack of strength in your arm and your shoulder. For example, you'll have difficulty carrying a gallon of milk or emptying the dishwasher. When should I go to a doctor for a SIRVA injury? Well, ultimately, that's up to you. However, I will tell you that all of us deserve medical treatment for what ails us. And it's important that you see a doctor in these types of cases because Exhibit 1, 2, and 3 are your medical records to document whether or not you were injured as a result of vaccine administration. So, should you go see a doctor? Again, ultimately up to you. All of us deserve medical treatment, and it's our recommendation that if you are suffering, and it is a long-lasting chronic condition, you should go see the doctor so that it's documented that you're having this injury. Will the doctor diagnose me with SIRVA? Likely not. Typically, doctors don't put in their notes that you had a shoulder injury related to the vaccine administration. That's really not in their lexicon, although we have seen it happen in some of the medical records that the doctors will write that in there. So what are some of the diagnoses? Typically what they'll write in is either impingement syndrome, a rotator cuff injury, a bursitis, a tendonitis, a frozen shoulder. Now, a SIRVA injury has got to have onset within 48 hours of the vaccine administration, and it's got to last at least 6 months. So the exhibits in your case typically are your visits to the medical doctors or the hospital emergency room and letting them know when the onset was and that you had this onset as a result of a vaccine. How are some of these SIRVA injuries treated? Well, most are treated very conservatively. When they go to the doctor and complain of the problems in their shoulder, they're typically treated right then with physical therapy or prescribed physical therapy, and then medication either over the counter or prescribed. The doctor will prescribe physical therapy to make sure that the joint has full range of motion, that the strength is returned, and if that happens, that's great. However, sometimes there needs to be steroid injections, and then sometimes in rare occasions, but we're seeing it more and more, they'll have to have surgery to repair the joint, to repair the problem that persists because of this SIRVA injury. You want to learn more about SIRVA? We wrote the book on it. Just text the word SIRVA to me at 312-847-2428. That's 312-847-2428, and I'll send you a free copy of our book on SIRVA. If you have any questions with respect to your vaccine injury, you can call us for a free consultation. We will spend time with you. We'll go over your injury as a result of a vaccine, and we'll do that for free. We want to make sure that you're pointed in the right direction and that if you do have a claim, that you're able to get it filed. And so you can call us directly at 312-578-9501. Look forward to hearing from you.